Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery, and today we are going to continue working on this Baby It's Cold Outside from Anita Goodesign. I really love this design and I really love the colors that we picked out. Oh, I should introduce what's his name again? Don, my husband over there. Don's not here. He's there. Say it so we don't have to listen. No. There we go. All right. We're going to continue working on this. So what I want to know from you guys in the comments is if you guys want to do another one of these, or if you want to start something new for next Sunday. Anita Goodesign. Isabel, hello. She says, hello, Sue. Hello, Isabel. Heart, heart, heart. I don't know how to... Heart, heart, heart. Yay. Congrats on your new sewing machine. Thank you. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's nice to have the freedom that I can just go and turn it on instead of having to change everything over. I've actually done my first pieced wall hanging. I'm not quite done yet, but I did the bear claws. It's really good. I guess, yeah. Don says, do you want to show them? Well, I guess. It's not perfect.
Well, it's pretty impressive.
Don really likes it. Don really likes it. So, here's my bear claws. So this is one part of it, and it's all pieced. I think I might do the embroidery on McDreamy, but I'm not sure yet. And here's the other part. So they're attached. Kind of a rustic look. There we go. That's it. See? My nice little 1/4 inch there. I'm so happy. So it was fun learning and everything.
Judy Quilts is very impressive too.
I like it. It's my first one, so we will see. Nice! Something new. Yes, I gotta learn. I gotta learn for sure. Sue, that's beautiful. You did a great job on it. Thank you very much, Shannon. In the hoop quilting, Sue. For the quilting designs, yes. I'm thinking about it. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do yet, because I've never actually pieced together anything, so I'm going to figure it out. But let me know if you guys want a new project. I think sometime soon we can start on Christmas stuff. This has been amazing. Now that I can sew a little bit better, I'm going to be able to put this together really well. I see there's a few new people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For sure. Cindy King. Hi, Cindy King. Jill Scarsbrick says, wow, that looks wonderful. Thank you. I didn't pick my favorite fabric because honestly, I don't have a whole lot of confidence. And I thought, it's kind of ugly fabric. It goes. And if I mess it up, I won't care. So, but I was wrong. It looks good. I like it. How about you quilt your bear paws project in a video? If you guys would like to know how I do that, absolutely. It would be using McDreamy, of course. I'm trying to learn the free motion quilting, but I'm not quite there yet. McDreamy and the cameras and the scanning. So we'd have to put, yeah, a camera, another camera, so we can do it. So yeah, if you guys want, live, yeah, live or recorded. Can you do a show on putting the designs together, sewing them? I'm not sure if I'm qualified for that. It sometimes takes me a little while because I'm really picky about making everything match. What do you think, Don? I guess I could.
There's people that have no clue at all. I mean, you've learned a little bit, yeah.
I just don't want to embarrass myself to the seamstresses out there, because they would go, oh no. As long as you know how to precise position on McDreamy and the hoop quilting is a breeze. Oh yeah, I know. I've done it quite a few times, and the precise all the cameras in it. It's fantastic. I just don't know. Sorry, what I meant was I just don't know if I want to do that for the bear paws.
Judy's quilt says if you're live, we can help you.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I know enough. I've put some together that look great. I'm getting better at it. That video for Eileen Roche that she did about the binding, that's going to make all the difference. So let's get started. We're doing one more of these and then maybe more. Whatever you guys feel like, for sure. You never will disappoint anybody because you're so nice. Well, thank you. I try not to disappoint anyone. I just, you can learn along with me. The people who actually, are qualified to sew can help along. And I mean, we'll figure it out. That could be something we could figure out. And it is, to me, an important part of embroidery because, yes, you can make one of these. We can all do it. We work together on it. But finishing it is just as important. If you don't sew it together right, if you don't do the binding right, you kind of, I've done it. I've messed them up a couple of years ago when I was just starting, like, the quilting, I guess the heart attack time. Yeah. So I don't mind being put on the spot for that. Today, I have chosen these. I'm going to do the last one in solid. So I'm going to do the candle wicking in pink like this one. And I still can't get over that.
Yeah,
so
you need to do that again.
Yeah, I'm going to do that again. And then Lynn had suggested last week that we use this pink that matches everything for the center part, so it'll be different, and I think this will show up perfectly on it. So other than that, we're just gonna piece it together, and I think it'll be beautiful. And this is the order I'm gonna put the two turquoise ones on one side, make a triptych, or if we're doing like one more, then I'll do 4 and 4, that sort of thing. I love the colors. This is from it's called, I keep it here because everyone asks, Moda Fabrics Abbey Rose. And it's layer cake, and I got it from Missouri Star. And I love it. I love it. I'm usually not too big on flowers and stuff, but the colors are amazing. So, okay, let's go over to McDreamy, who is my brother dream machine, and let's get started, why don't we?
Dreamy's up.
McDreamy's up. So I have the pink loaded in. I'm only using 2 threads on this, and I kind of like it that way. And I'm doing the 8x8 size, and this is cutaway backing. It's no-show mesh, and I like it. It's nice and soft. As I always say, I trim down the backing. Don't you do that. I trim it down so it doesn't get stuck in the camera or hiding everything. What, Don? Was that a yawn?
Yes, sorry.
We're kind of wiped out. We need a nap.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week for everyone, I think. So, the first thing is, can I hear Lynn? I hope Lynn's watching. Hi, Lynn, if you're watching.
Hi, Lynn.
Placement. So, hopefully you guys will be able to see it well enough. Bobbin check, I have about 3/4 of a bobbin. And it doesn't have to match, so I'm kind of happy with that. Whoop. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Bjorn's right here. Hello, hello. Stitch nicely, don't break any threads, says Bjorn. He can't sit in his usual spot, so I just have him beside. I figure that's good enough. Such a pretty color of pink. Let's see if we're going to play chicken today. I played chicken yesterday, and I made good recoveries. I'm not going to say that I actually won, but I did make some really, really good recoveries and fixed them. So,
yes, Lynn said hi.
Hi, Lynn. We miss Lynn. We miss you, Lynn.
I haven't seen Mom yet, but a couple people were asking.
We miss Lynn. Just so you know, we miss you, Lynn. It'll be cool when we can see you again. Plus, I gotta trim my own stuff, man.
And iron.
When you do piecing, you iron everything. And I have the crappiest crap iron that just dumps water everywhere. It's very annoying. So it's gonna stitch it down twice. This is our basic squaring stitch, and then we're gonna start the piecing. And right at the last, it'll be the candle wicking, because this is like raw edge applique. And candle wicking and the beautiful satin stitches with our gorgeous thread. Perfect use of variegated thread. I love it. Do. So let's trim this out. Once it stops, he gets mad at me. So Dawn, back to the desk, please.
The desk is up.
Thank you. And we're off to a good start. Nothing's broken. Nothing happened. Duck-billed scissors here. And I'm going to use it to protect the backing. So I'm going to use them this way. And I mean, you don't have to be too awfully careful on this. It's not going to show. We just don't want this in the batting in our, where you sew it together. Because, yuck. It would be way too thick. I'm not nearly good enough for that. I wonder, I might do sashing in between them too.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can get some really nice sashing pieces cut on my AccuQuilt, and that makes all the difference. So, and by the way, my bear claw thing was an AccuQuilt die, so it's super easy to do.
It makes quick work of it.
The cutting part, yeah, you still have to sew it all together, but it's really nice. Okay, Dawn, back to McDreamy. Let's start putting our colors down. Alright, so we're probably just going to be doing little pieces here. Ooh, that's a little awkward, isn't it? Alright, so let's see what we're placing. I think the first placement I'm going to do is the turquoise. So awesome. Now I'm using the layer cake, so I'm just going to cut it up a little bit because I kind of have the feeling they're relatively small pieces.
Judy Burrell says, hello from Australia, having a beautiful spring Monday morning, enjoying your embroidery.
Oh, wonderful. Spring. Oh, that's right. They're opposite time and opposite seasons. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, definitely these will be turquoise. I like that a lot. Oh, I saw you do it, McDreamy. I saw you do it, man.
He did nothing.
No, he did. He did.
Okay.
He did. Let's see. I hope I'm not going to spend all this show rethreading. Somebody commented that it was really annoying, and I'm like, yeah, for me too. I don't want to thread all the time. Nobody just needs to see a close-up of my puffy fingers going on.
Yesterday.
Yeah, but shh, don't talk to him. He's okay with his, what did we decide, half-brother or step-brother? Nope, too far. I think Judy Quilt said step-brother. Alright, can...
Not half. He's almost full.
Yeah, step, I guess, is better. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So little pieces, and I think we'll do them in turquoise. And I'm just gonna cut up some, because it already is cut up. The turquoise really stands out, and I like it. This has been the most fun. Christmas fabric would work brilliantly as well. I'm gonna have to cut up some more pieces, I think. And one more. See, I just cut them into squares. So I managed to use up all, like totally all, of my scraps from the first two.
Are you gonna play applique chicken like you did yesterday?
No. Gonna try not to. I told you I played and I made fantastic saves. We're waiting on that plate. Any news yet, Don?
No.
And you can't adjust tails on this machine. People keep suggesting that and PMing me that. I would do it if I could, but I can't, so I won't. That's a multi-needle trick. So, yeah. Just so you guys know. I don't mind suggestions. I'm happy with that, but, you know, stuff I can't do.
Lynn says it's because McDreamy misses her.
Probably. Alright, so I'm missing a little piece there, but that's okay. I really wish it wouldn't do that because it's impossible to place everything. So we're going to be mindful of our seam allowances. Like we could put it like this. Can you see that down there? No.
No.
We could put it like this, but we want to put it like this so we have a nice seam allowance. And we'll make it easier to do. There's a lot of turquoise going on in here.
There is.
Could almost do one piece for there. I just randomly cut some pieces. So that would work nicely. Let me cut up some more because I think it's a little bit easier doing it this way. Yeah, that might do. It's a little bit easier doing it this way rather than putting down one piece. Why do I love this turquoise so much, too?
It's a nice color.
See, will that work? Yeah, that'll work. And we want this one here. Something like that. That'll do. A little bit of trimming on this one, but it's okay. So my pieces are big enough so there is no thread chicken going on. Or sorry, placement chicken. Applique chicken. See, that piece is too small, so I'm not going to go there. And I'll put my last big piece there. So, whew, okay. I could have made that one fit, but I'm not living on the embroidery edge today. You could use a little bit of spray if you're worried about them staying down, but I'm going to watch very carefully. So we shouldn't have...
Said she played stabilizer chicken at the end of the world. That's what it
Ooh, stabilizer chicken. That's a game I have not played. Bum 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 bum. Says
says.
McDreamy.
Brenda's asking if you have pink variegated.
I do, but it's a different kind of pink. And I don't think it would look very good. Ah, Dawn. Dawn.
I didn't do it.
Oh, I hit the camera. I know, it's just annoying. Could you stitch? This is a complicated kind of thing. I don't know why he doesn't hold...
That trick again?
What trick?
Sewing them back, or is it in a good place?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where we switch into sewing mode and we line
No. That had to do with needle position, Dawn. It's in the right position again, so we're okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about the thread coming out, Dawn.
I know.
Boop, boop, boop. That's a pretty long tail. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. We'll get it figured out. Start with the new plate. That'll be coming... I have no idea when, actually. Until then, we have to bear with it. Unless anyone else has any other ideas, we've pretty much exhausted everything that we know. It does it on all the thread. It's for everything, so Any other ideas? I'm all for it. What's the humidity in here, Don? It's pretty warm.
43.
Yeah, humidity's good. We got our humidifier in here going, so... Look how pretty the pink and the turquoise are. I love it.
Nice contrast.
See, the tails are pretty good. I don't know why. I love his little dance. Did you open them up and clean them at all, Don?
Yeah.
I thought so. I was hoping the answer was no,
Sorry.
but...
I did.
See, that worked out perfectly, just laying them on top like that.
Alicia says she understands. Her machine tech's still waiting for the thread cutter assembly.
Oh.
Hers.
God, it's been forever. How many weeks? I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, and Shannon asked Santa to bring you a luminaire.
I kind of gave up on that, and that's why we got McDreamy. Because Santa is not going to bring me a luminaire. Not. Can we go back to the desk, Don, so we can happily do our trimming?
Desk is up.
So hopefully everyone's getting better at recognizing
That
and
looks good.
and leaving. What looks good?
Lots of seam allowance and no chicken.
Yes, I'm aware. No chicken. No chicken. Anyways, interrupting me. Hopefully everyone's getting better at recognizing the seam allowances and where you should leave them. So when you sew everything together, it looks beautiful. I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to bother trimming it because when I take it off the machine, I will be using, you know, a ruler to even it up and square it up sort of thing. So I don't need to worry about that. If you have a big, huge piece that's, you know, hanging around there, then cut it off. But I try to be a little more frugal with my pieces. I did think it was really cool that I used up all the scraps on the first two. I thought that was really, really well worth it. Could I be more awkward?
Barbara Lacane says she just had her multi-needle for 2 days and your videos have really helped her.
2 days. Congratulations. Congratulations. I also, well, Dawn has like 5. I also have a multi-needle that I use. But not so much for videos because it's exhausting trying to shout over that thing. It is so much louder than McDreamy. But yeah, cool. Back to McDreamy, Don.
McDreamy is up.
Thank you very much. Way to the corner. So, I think these ones are going to be light pink. So is this what happens, that the thread gets pulled out a little bit? Because that's pretty short. That's not going to stay. But my nails are too long to grab it. I'm just going to thread it again. Just trying to pay attention to see what happens and why it's doing it. But on the other hand, whatevs, let's just stitch. Okay, that's a much better tail. There we go. So this is positioning for the next ones, which are a little bit bigger, so that's good. I like that little part in there. I think I'm gonna do these the light pink, and these ones in here the darker pink. So I think that'll look great. Moving right along. So just 2 of those. So that's cool. Yeah, no applique chicken. Not today. Oh, look at the little pieces. Is everyone swearing at me? Sorry. Boo-doo-doo-doo. I love his music. Before it goes. Oh, it's gonna go anyways. Kind of annoying. Then I can't see all the way back here, but I got it. I'm just using bigger pieces just to save time. That's how we used to do applique anyways. Let's stitch it down and hopefully we have big enough pieces to save. Phew! I thought for a second there I was getting close, but I'm good! I'm good! Super good! Did you say something?
No.
I thought you did. Such a pretty color of pink. Baby pink. Don't know why I like that turquoise so much. It just seems to get my attention. When I look at the squares, all I see is the wonderful turquoise. It's, pretty, I guess. Just pretty. This is a nice block. It's coming along just dandy. Stitch down twice. Make sure it stays. And I'm using the same thread color. I haven't changed it yet. And it's going to match the candle wicking stitches. So it shall look good. Boop. Alright. Before that starts, we're gonna go back to the desk, Dawn.
Desk is up.
I hope everyone's having fun. Are we still chatting away?
Yes, they are. They're chatting away.
All right. And watching and learning. This is what makes weekend embroidery so much fun. Just relax, learn something, play with colors, chat with embroidery friends. Couldn't ask for anything more. For sure, couldn't ask for anything more. I'm just going to leave that one like that. I don't think we'll have any issues with it. Maybe just snip that part. So, being mindful of my seam allowance. Going in there here. You could also pre-cut these pieces if you wanted. That's easy enough to do. And it's kind of fun to do it. I kind of like it. Alright, I am going to need to trim this one down. Probably the other one too. I was so concerned about my seam allowances that I just about miscalculated everything. So let's just hack this a little bit. I could be doing a much nicer job, but I'm not. Yes, I almost did that wrong. Well, well, well. That's okay. I just worry about the seam allowances so much. Always take your time. There's no rush. I am never in a rush when it comes to embroidery. If you're in a rush, what happens, Dawn? How did we learn that one? The super hard way.
That's when mistakes happen.
Mistakes happen or things break.
That too.
Yes, yes. So if you have something that needs to be done, we always say start it like a week early because it's just going to be trouble. Trouble. What can go wrong will go wrong, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm just kind of pre-cutting the bright, beautiful pink here so it will fit in to my diamond, and I didn't over or underdo it. I'm just going to cut it to here because then I'll make sure that I do these two parts correctly.
Just blame it on Lynn because she took the day off. LOL.
LOL. Lynn is awesome. She's, last I heard, Lynn was working on or starting the Oh, can we go back to McDreamy?
McDreamy's up.
The Thanksgiving turkey guy. The sweet pea one. So we'll have to see how she's doing on that.
She said she's gonna do some stitching this week. She's off.
Lynn's on vacation. Terrible timing for everything. Lynn's on vacation. So lucky, Lynn. Yeah, you can get some stitching done. That would be great. It's a nice pastime. How is the weather going to pan out for this week, Dawn? Because we find it kind of odd that it's wonderful, but it's kind of warm outside for November. So it's kind of strange for us.
Kind of strange.
What's that?
It is kind of strange.
It is kind of strange, yeah. That's not big enough. So let's make it bigger, why don't we? Sometimes my eye is a little off. Oh, and I just did something wrong. Poop. Poop. Alright, well. It's this one, isn't it? Yes, I cut the wrong one. Darn it all.
Brenda's asking if you saw the new Christmas scene for Sweet Pea.
Oh, it's really beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I did see it. It's beautiful. Is that something you guys want to do? Is that where the question was coming from? Because that would be awesome. I could hear that. Darn it. Darn it, darn it. I stopped talking again. That's okay. Some days I cannot multitask. I don't know why today is that, but it is. So, hopefully the new plate will solve all this tail problem. Maybe loosen the tension. I don't know. Whoops. Okay. Click OK. Sorry, McDreamy. And we're gonna go back. What?
Maybe loosen the tension. Up top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a setting to
Yes,
back
there
it
is.
one. Yeah, that might help.
We can always try, I guess.
We just might have to adjust the...
You're mumbling over there, Don.
No, I'm just talking quiet.
Well, we're broadcasting. I'm not sure why you're talking
If you
quietly.
adjust the tension up top, we might have to counter it down on the bottom side. That's all. But maybe not.
I don't know. I've not actually changed any of the tension, like top tension on McDreamy.
No, we only did that before when we were having issues, but that was when it had to go in for service.
Yeah, that's because he was choking on some thread.
Yep.
Using old thread, bad Sue. Alright, can we go back to the desk? Second last applique trim. So, I think this looks great in solids. I was kind of thinking about throwing in like a different print, maybe some flowers or something. But then I thought, let's just do solids. I just thought it would look fantastic. And I like it. And the three of them look fantastic together. I kind of had this one planned in my head. Were you behind me?
I was looking some...
Jeez. What were you looking at?
I was looking at what people were asking about on screen, but it's fine.
What? Can we...
Oh, just where number 6 is, make sure the foot was tight, but it is.
Oh, it is,
I
yeah.
thought it was.
Can we go back to McDreamy?
We can.
Thanks.
Dreamy's up.
Looking good. I like how this one stands out. This is the same kind of bright colors than the turquoise. I kind of like it.
Says great job trimming, Sue.
Yay! My seam allowances look a bit messy, but that's okay. They will get fixed up when we take it out of the hoop. And Lynn wanted this color for the middle, so that's what I'm doing. I think it'll look great. It's such a cool pink color.
It is.
It's kind of, whoops. Whoa!
It goes well with the turquoise.
Yeah, I just said that. I just dipped it into the bobbin graveyard by accident, so yeah, I know. That's where I was going, because I got thread all over the place and almost dropped the graveyard. So other than squaring up the block, this is the last one. Yay!
Let me do the candle wicking and snowflake.
Candle wicking and snowflake. And you know what? Watching the snowflake again, oh, I can't wait for that. In my beautiful variegated thread.
Awesome to watch.
Beautiful. Yeah, it turned out way better than I thought. I think it's the thread that made it way better. I do have a delightful stash of variegated thread, and I want to try to use them a little bit more. Bloop, bloop, bloop. What a dance. What a dance. Back to the dust, Dawn.
Desk is up.
Thank you. Okay, so for this one, we don't have to worry about a seam allowance because it is right darn in the middle. So that's good. That is good. I did okay on my seam allowances. Oh, I like the two pinks beside each other, like the matching.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I wondered how that would look. If I paid more attention to the way the design is set out, you could make all of the stripes match, but I'm just as happy without it. So yeah, that looks really nice.
Karina's asking if you're going to do a stabilizer 101 in learning with Lynn.
Yeah, we can do that. Back to the machine. It's probably a good idea. I do have McDreamy up, Doc?
Yep.
I do have a video about when you're beginning, what stabilizers you need to get, because there's a gazillion of them. And it can be a little overwhelming, I think. I always say you just need a cutaway, and not a super thick one, because those are hard to use. Tearaway, water-soluble stabilizer, and you can do just about any project with just that. That's all you need. And then if you need more specialized ones, I mean, if you're gonna start doing quilting blocks, then you know the no-show mesh is nice and it's soft, but you can do it with any stabilizer, so we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, there are so many different kinds, and I think every year they come out with more. It can be confusing. That's mostly what I use. And Don uses specific ones because he's doing production, right? So, this might be my favorite block yet.
I use 3-ounce cutaway.
3-ounce cutaway,
Yeah,
which is...
cutaway.
It's really thick. You could hurt someone with it. It's so thick.
Yeah, it really hurt someone with the roll I have of it.
I know. I know. We buy commercial size, so yeah, there's a lot. It's a big roll. How many meters are on it?
250, I think.
250? That's a lot. Yep. Very confusing. The stabilizers, yeah. I think if you have WSS, by the way, too, in my opinion, the best WSS is the fabric type, like what I use.
I agree.
I do not use the other type for anything. I don't think there's any need for toppers or anything like that. I know some people swear by it, that it makes their stitching better, but I've never used it, and I've been running a business for 15 years. So just my opinion, and it'll save you money. I would say get those 3, if you're just starting out, get those 3 stabilizers and get some good thread. That's it. I also love bro thread. See, I don't. None of our machines like it. I have some, and McDreamy is tolerant of it, but it's not too happy about it. Some of Don's machines, well, the commercial one, will not use anything other than Madeira, so they all run Madeira. Just, they all gotta be the same color sort of thing. Look how pretty this is. What do you think, Don? I think this might be my favorite one.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. You know, I would take this block and make a whole wall hanging out of it using these colors. Just this block so it matches. And I think that would look great. I don't have enough of this fabric. I'd have to buy yardage because I've only got the layer cake, so there's not enough.
Shannon says my husband's so confused when I tell him my machine doesn't like certain things.
No, they're personalities. Why do you think we name all of ours? They have personalities, and they're like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. It's true. It's very true. We have a very touchy commercial one, and he's always see, I said it. His name is Barry, and he's a Baradin, and he's one of the ones that started everything, and he is very picky. If the temperature isn't just right, he's like, nope, not gonna stitch till you fix that. It's picky.
Judy Quilt asking what color of variegated you said you're using today?
The turquoise, the same as before, and it is Floriani, and I think the number is 69 on it. So for the whole thing, I've only used 2 colors of thread. And that was a fun challenge that I think I met handily. I think I did a good job on that challenge. It looks great with different colored blocks and everything too, but I kind of like to layer cake challenge myself. And see, the first one this is the first one. We did the candle wicking in the turquoise and the snowflake in the pink. And then the second one we did, I mixed it up. I used the same fabrics, but the candle wicking is in pink, and then this is just beautiful. So this block that we're doing here is going to kind of match this. And I think they're all going to look fantastic together. So I have to come up with something to do the sashing and whatnot with. My machine doesn't really love bro thread either, but it doesn't shred or break as much as sim thread. Bro thread stabilizers are good though. What's Johnny's company, Don?
Super Punch.
Super Punch. It's a Canadian company, and he sells on Amazon now.
Yep.
And I just buy it off of there when I just need one thing, because it's, other than Amazon, it's still his stuff, and we're shopping, local sort of thing.
Is that of Montreal?
Montreal, yeah. It's just easier doing it on Amazon. So I like their stabilizers. Yeah, you can never have too much fabric. I'm gonna have to agree there. I just can't wait to get my desk, I think on Wednesday, and get everything organized. Everything's all over the place, and I'm like, oh, I need some space. I need to breathe. But I use Super Punch too. Yeah, it's great stuff. Johnny's kind of cool. He has thread there too, which is nice.
Yeah, he's got his own brand of thread.
His own brand, yeah.
Some of the machines don't like it either.
It's just berry.
Yeah.
It's just berry. That's all. I was just removing some fluff. Amazon name? What's the name of the friend on Amazon? Oh, it's Super Punch. Just search Super Punch. And it's cool. I'm almost done cleaning my sewing room. Yeah, I hope to say that Wednesday evening because I've got to organize everything. It'll be fun, but not so much fun, maybe. Haha. Cindy King looking beautiful, sitting at the airport and watching. At the airport? You're awesome, Cindy. Yes, it is looking beautiful. I love this one. I think this is my favorite block. Wait till we put the turquoise on there. It should be awesome. Sharon says, I so need a bigger sewing room. I have outgrown mine. That's why I take a whole entire floor. Works for me.
So you need a bigger sewing floor.
Sewing floor? We just basically need a bigger house. I'm not moving. No way, man.
We could kick the girls out.
Yeah, the rooms are small. It's not going to work. I'd have to take the whole...
Give us each an extra room.
Well, true. But I don't know what I'd use it for. I would like to have a whole room for storing fabric. Is that not the dream? Can you guys imagine having a whole bedroom to store your fabric? It's all shelves, like a store. Wouldn't that be cool?
I would put my desk in there and then just have the machine more cutting space and stuff.
Oh, you could do that. You'd put your desk upstairs?
I might consider that if the opportunity arose.
Oh.
Just to have that for digitizing an office space. And the only thing that sucks is I do like having my office with the machine so I can do both at the same time without having that. If I had cameras and stuff on the machines, maybe. I do have that one, but I don't know.
I think you're loading one machine and going to the other one. Ooh, look at this.
Sometimes I am, yeah.
These are smaller, like thinner satin stitches, and it still looks fantastic.
It looks awesome with the turquoise.
I love it. I love it.
It's going to look just as good as the last one.
I think I like this one better. I don't know why. Maybe the solid colors, although I really like the print. I don't know. Chris Yost says, I need a room for fabric and one room for clothes. I have a 5-bedroom house, and it's still not enough. That's what they say, isn't it? That the more you have, the more it's not enough. You just fill it up with stuff. We're going to try to cut back a little bit, and I don't mean fabric. I mean crap, I guess. We got to get our fireplace. Declutter. Organize, make a better use of space, that sort of thing. Oh, so pretty. This one is all dark. I love it. This part of the snowflake. Careful putting your fingers in there. So, my sewing expanded to fill 2 bedrooms. Oh, I'm jealous. Just a question for the McDreamy machines. Why don't y'all ever hoop your fabrics with your stabilizer? Hey, that's a great question. There is, on this one, there is no background to it. So we're making a quilt block and we're piecing the top on it. So there's no fabric to hoop. In general terms, if you're doing, an embroidery design, or stitching on something, you hoop both. I'm a big deal on that one. I like it.
It's not so much the machine as the design we're working on.
Yeah, it's there's nothing to hoop. I mean, you could, but you're adding an extra layer of fabric you don't need to. And you can't hoop the batting because we need to cut it out of our seam allowance. So there's nothing to hoop. But if you're just doing a test or just doing, stitching on a shirt, or just you have a finished block and you're stitching on it, that's an option too. Then hoop everything. Stabilizer too, hoop everything. So it's just a different technique that we happen to use a fair amount. So that's cute. That's a heart. I didn't realize that was a heart.
No, it is.
Ha! That's cool. I love Nova Scotia. In a couple of years, I want to go back to Canada for a vacation, and I want to go to PEI.
Better swing by.
Yes, well, we're kind of on the other side of PEI.
Might have to go through this cab.
Might have to what?
Might have to go by to get out to Nova Scotia.
Probably not.
Maybe.
Maybe. I used to have a large 4-bedroom house and I had no room for all my stuff. Now I'm in a tiny 2-bedroom place, fabric and other necessities in every room except for the bathroom. Chaos. Yeah, it's pretty much the same here. Pretty much.
We have stuff all over the house.
Well, we try to keep work out of the living room, kitchen, and dining room.
In the bedrooms.
No, but I usually have machines and computers up there.
True.
So those 3 rooms are not for working. Although I work every night in the living room. Once we have dinner, I'm usually working, doing research, finishing something, emails, that sort of thing. So I shouldn't say the living room, but we don't have any machines there, so I guess it's different. My son lives in Nova Scotia, Guysborough. I think that's how you spell it. He's only been there for 5 days. Wow. Awesome. I'm pretty sure I used to live in Nova Scotia. I can't remember the name of the military base that we lived. Of course, I was just a baby then. But I'm pretty sure we lived out there. I don't remember anything. We used to watch The Curse of Oak Island. Yeah, isn't that cool? Did it ever end? Is it still going on?
I don't even know.
Everything's so messed up because of what's going on outside the door that there's no TV being made. I think they're starting back, but the new season is not going to be a new season. Sandra says, I love the colors you're using. Thank you. I love it too. Bright, simple. It's awesome. I'm really happy. New season begins this week. We'll have to get looking at the TV, Don.
Yep. Shannon was asking what branch you belong to.
Army, my father. Major Dad. I had one of those. And we lived all over Canada growing up. And my favorite place to live was England. When I was in high school, I went to school here in Canada, to a private school. And my parents lived in Lark Hill, England, on the Salisbury Plain, about a quarter of a mile away from Stonehenge. So I saw Stonehenge every day, and it was beautiful. All of it was beautiful. Those were the best times. It was awesome. Good match of colors. It's great. Yup. Last week was an 8-minute preview of the season. The brothers are stuck in the U.S. due to COVID. Oh, well, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Wow. Yay, I love Stonehenge. I know. I love the stories and the thoughts about it and seeing it all the time. It's quite a wondrous place. And all the rocks that mean something. Yeah, it was fun in England. I loved it. I didn't care for trying to ride a horse on the wrong side of the road, but you get used to it eventually. Or a bicycle, or crossing the road. You wouldn't believe how difficult it is to change, but I always laughed. I thought it was funny. I'm amazed you get time to watch TV. I'm actually a multitasker, so I check Facebook, do emails, do research, and digitize while watching TV. Describe the terrain nature of where you live in Canada. Well, we're kind of in a smallish town. I think there's about 100,000 people. So we have I guess a medium town, so we're not city folk out here, but we're not country folk either. We have everything we need here and lots of stores. Normally, as a joke, you know, if your town's big enough for a Walmart, then
Considered farming community.
kind of, it's kind of. We're about an hour away from Windsor, which is a big city, and which also marks the end of Canada. And then there's the Detroit River, and then it's the States. So it's kind of cool. We have a huge backyard, and we live in a place called, affectionately named Birdland. So all of the streets around us are named after birds. So it's Birdland, which I find really funny. Whippoorwill, Lark Street. We live on Baldoon. Lark Park, we always joke about that. It's lovely. We're finally, me and my children anyways, are finally out of the snow belt. We used to live in Cambridge, which is right in the snow belt, and I wouldn't do that again. So we're outside of the snow belt, so in general terms, we don't get 8 feet of snow. So it's nice here. It's nice. And we love our backyard, and we have a gazebo, and the hounds have a lot of places to run, and it's wonderful.
I got to digitize outside today in November.
Yeah, well, see, that's something. Don said he got to digitize outside in the gazebo, which is an enclosed space not attached to the house, and he sat out there and digitized, and that's one of our favorite things to do. I mostly just work. I seriously do. Research, ideas. We got about a foot of snow, and it's still falling in Saskatchewan. Yeah, I lived out on the prairies. I was born in Manitoba, and I lived in Manitoba for 3 years. Most of the time, every year we moved, but we stayed out there in the prairies for that long, and it is like seriously extreme weather. Tons of snow. Usually the wind is really bad. After I had lived there, I came back to Ontario, and I thought it was hilarious. Like people in the winter, and I'm like, "Aren't you gonna plug in your car?" And they looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, "Okay, so you don't plug in your cars?" Out in the prairies, it got so cold in the winter, you'd have to have a block heater in your car. So you literally plug in your car so that stays warm, so your car will start in the morning. So I was like, oh, learn something new there.
It's still a standard thing in all cars, because they made it standard in
It-
manufacturing.
It was when I was a kid. Nobody in Ontario knew what the heck I was talking about, so
You look
it
at Sam's.
it doesn't get that cold, so it's fine. Look at our design. Ooh, I love the little hearts here. Look, they're cute. Wonderful snowflake. Wonderful. So yeah, that's what it's like where we live. We have a dachshund bench in the front of our house. It looks like it's stone, but it isn't. It's just plastic. And her name is Gretchen, and we're kind of known as the dachshund house because, you know, OML and dachshunds, and we only have one dachshund left, but that's okay. We'll get more at some time. We rescued this time, which I think is wonderful. So we rescued both of our hounds, and they're good boys. I've never seen snow. It's okay. You're not missing much.
It's fun to see, but it's more fun just to see it and not live it.
Not living it. Although, throwing a snowball is one of life's pleasures.
True.
Throwing a,
Building a snowman.
building a snowman. I used to, but I mean like 2 years ago. I say used to.
We used to build snow forts.
Snow forts. Yeah. Somebody asked me once, oh, an igloo? I'm like, I don't know how to make an igloo. Are you kidding me?
Have to go further north for that.
Shoveling snow, not fun. Slush, which is a mixture of rain and snow, also not fun. For sure. But yeah, it's just part of it. Small town, you said, with 1,000K. What would you call a town with 25K? Well, there's a few around here. Town. City? What are we? Is it a city?
I think we are a city, yeah.
Might be a city. I lived in Toronto for 10 years, so I mean it's a lot smaller than Toronto, so that might be the city speaking there. We don't have much snow near Paris. Ooh, I've been to Paris as well. I went to Dieppe to see all of the monuments to the Canadians, and it was wonderful. And I also went to Vimy Ridge, which is where I learned exactly what a front line was, and it was shocking to the core. Beautiful places. And of course, Canada's bilingual, so I went there and translated for everyone because I was bilingual at the time, not so much anymore. And they loved my accent because I learned French from France. So yeah. My town has 3,000 people and we have a super Walmart. Oh, I'm impressed. Maybe in Canada it's a little different. I don't know. That is just a joke, really. Awesome. Can I send you some snow? To Chris Yost? Maybe. To me? No, thank you. No, thank you. We think it's wonderful to be able to sit outside with the dogs in November because we already had fall, and then the past week it's been warm and gorgeous here. My town has 641 and we call it a village.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's a village, yeah. We have some smaller towns around, but they're all in the, do we call it a county? Tri-state? No? What do we call it? Windsor, Essex? County, yeah. So it's all part of the county, so we have the same police service, and then we have federal police too, provincial police. It's interesting.
I love that snowflake.
It's about 40 minutes or so from them in Buckinghamshire. I love the snowflake. Yeah, that's wonderful. Everybody's been making beautiful word snowflakes from the digitizing class.
I saw that.
Yep. Lovely. That was a lot of fun. I gotta come up with something for Wednesday. Ha! Life stops in the UK with a centimeter of snow. You know, when I was a kid and I lived there, we had like, it was about an inch of snow, and I was looking around with my eyes like, are you guys gonna throw a snowball? And they've never actually played in the snow, so I got a whole bunch of military guys and taught them how to throw snowballs, and they thought it was hilarious. It was so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, but everything stopped there. We kind of chuckled, but you know, different country, different everything. We drive in blizzards because we don't care. We know how to do it. With your car slip sliding.
Nisha says swirly trees for Wednesday.
Swirly trees. Like a scary Halloween swirly tree? Swirly trees. Yet sometimes I take a long time to set up the classes and get all that done, and then, you know, get ready for the videos and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it's just there. Swirly tree digitizing. I try to save a snowball and put it in the freezer. Christmas trees. With satin stitches. A style. Can we do that with shapes, though? How can we incorporate shapes? Because I'm not ready to give up the shapes yet. I'll think about it. See if I can come up with stuff. Because, yeah, I think we should start doing Christmassy stuff. Fall and Christmas tree. Christmas trees with words and swirls. Huh. You know, I have an idea for that. Yeah. Triangles. But that doesn't put the swirls in it, though. I'll put some thought to it tonight and write up the class and see. We need to do the double wedding ring from Anita. It's on sale. Ooh. It's a double wedding ring is a gorgeous design. It looks so good. And then someone says, try negative number. And it turns out so awesome. Yup. We just aren't used to snow here now. When I was a child and lived miles from anywhere, my father just put in chains on the tire. Yeah, I remember chains on the tires. Have you ever had to do that, Don?
Chains? No.
Oh boy, it is not fun. It is none.
Truck, thankfully.
Yeah, no. S's for swirls. See? You guys got some great ideas. Brenda says, wowza, your block is so beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite block so far. So do you guys want to do one more of these, or do you want me to come up something for something new for Sunday? So Saturday we're going to do the last piece of the sweet pea. And Sundays are Anita Goodesign. So there's a couple of Christmas ones. I want to work a little bit on techniques. That's what I'm trying to say. Different techniques, like a confetti techniques. Norseman! Hi, Sue and Don the man. A new thing Sue can make is a gremlin with a Santa hat. Yes, do another snowflake. Oh. Yes, please, something new. Okay, ready for the happy music? I love that.
Yay.
I love that. Can we go to the desk, Don?
Desk is up.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's going to be my middle piece, I think. Look how great those are going to look together. That is spectacular. So good idea, Lynn, for the pink. And I really like just the plain. I mean, there's a bit of a pattern on the fabric. But I really like it. Isn't that great? Yeah, I love it. I'm so happy with that. It's so awesome. So, wow.
Sorry I'm late, Tony from Arizona. Welcome.
Welcome.
You're late.
And goodbye. Almost. Almost. You can watch the replay. Every view counts. Every like counts. The whole bit. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love just as much how the variegated thread worked on here. This is a beautiful blend, the way it blended like that. These are smaller satin stitches, but it still looks gorgeous. I'm so happy. All right, I will put up a poll in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and we'll decide what we're doing for next week. I'll come up with some cool ideas from what you mentioned for the class, and cool. So everyone take care of yourselves. Happy Sunday. Thanks everyone for watching and participating and putting forth your ideas and questions.
Thanks, everyone.
It's all awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.